Thank you for that introduction, Liz. First of all, I'd like to thank you all very much. I am humbled that you are here and not at home for your Game of Thrones night. I know it's true. Thank you. I'm Christian, and what I would like to do today is tell you how the little stony ball got soaked. It's not water on the earth, it is the fairy tale. Once upon a time, there was a star and its surroundings. In the middle, there was a shining star to be. It was our sun. And the disk around it was full of gas and dust. Somewhere there were stones rolling around, colliding into each other, growing bigger and bigger. Planets were shaped round as they're made. And big pieces of rock continued hitting down on them, growing them bigger and bigger. This time, the disk had become more diffuse, because all the material, all the gas and dust, had gone into use by the planets. Away from the sun, sunbathing was definitely no fun. Colder and colder it was. All close to the sun, only rock was solid, water was damp. But the further away you got from the sun, suddenly water could be ice, and you could build yourself a nuclear can. So the earth is built from solid material close to the sun. So no water ice, only rocks. Only rocks. So here's the question to all you people in the land of the windmill. How did our oceans fill? Where did water come from? Well, further away than all the stars and than all the planets and the sun, it's a belt of icy pieces we call comets. They are very far away from the Earth, but fortunately, comets are not there to stay. They can travel through space. Even this one. This comet traveled from the comet belt towards the Earth, and we were lucky enough to land down on it. About 15 years ago, we sent Rosetta away from the Earth. And after 10 years, it arrived around this comet. It had Philae with it, and the target was Comet 67P. We landed on that 3 years ago. Rosetta arrived, deployed Philae, and Philae dropped slowly down onto the comet and landed solid. Suddenly, we had a laboratory on a comet right where we needed it. It found a lot of water in the comet. And as it turns out, comets have hit down on the Earth many times during its history. It might have even been why the dinosaurs got killed, but might also have been how our oceans got filled. But how much water is actually in a comet? Well, about 1,000 times more than Heineken's water production per year. Whoa, so we have water on the Earth, right? That's quite a bit light, easy breezy. Yeah, it would be too short of a talk if it was that easy, right? Not quite. The water in a wave, in the ocean and in a cave is a special mix of different types of water. Let's call them tunes. We have the normal, classical tune, H2O, and we have the heavy tune, HDO. But what is water? Water is a molecule. It's built up from 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. And for the hydrogen, there's also different tunes. This is the ordinary classical hydrogen. It has a proton in the atomic nucleus and an electron orbiting around it. Nice and easy, a classical one. But there's also a heavy one. The heavy one also has a neutron in the nucleus. So still a proton, still an electron, so it's still a type of hydrogen. It's actually hydrogen's cousin, deuterium. And as you might imagine, if you add something to the nucleus, it gets a bit heavier. So this is heavy hydrogen. If you put them on a scale, heavy hydrogen is also heavier. So we have different tunes of hydrogen. And these tunes can be put into a water molecule. So we have the normal classical water with 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. And we have the heavy water with hydrogen, deuterium, and oxygen. And they even look the same. If you pour them into 2 glasses, they look the same. And it even so happens that in our oceans, they are mixed. They both exist in our oceans. And for every 3,000 classical water tunes in the ocean, there's 1 heavy tune. So for every 3,000 Mozarts, there's 1 heavy metal band. So with this ratio 1 to 3,000 of classical to heavy water, we now need to find a water source with the same amount of tunes as the ocean. So where do we look? Well, first off, we could ask ourselves, that comet we went to, how does that look? Is it 1 heavy to 3,000 classical? So we decided to ask Philly on top of the comet. It took its time. It measured some classical tunes, also caught some heavy tunes, and suddenly it got it. 1 heavy to 1,000 classical. But that's wrong. 1 to 1,000 in the comet, but 1 to 3,000 on the Earth. That is 3 times more heavy water on the comet than there is on the Earth. Shit. This explanation doesn't hold. It doesn't take away the fact that comets have hit down all the way through our history of the Earth. But it cannot be the sole source. But what then to do? Where did the water come from then? Still we're thinking we need to find a water source which has the same amount of heavy water as our oceans. So 3,000 Mozarts and 1 heavy metal banger. And it turns out that what it's all about is a look inside. It always is. So we sent researchers, I didn't, but we did, to Baffin Islands, all the way up north in Canada. And they dug into rock, into cliff, and found stones. And they investigated these stones and found out there was water inside them. And when they compared the water inside the stones to the water in our oceans, they found that there was the same amount of heavy water. Wow! So these stones might have actually existed where the Earth formed, but they were encapsulated into rock, so they couldn't steam away because it was too warm. Instead, they got incorporated into the Earth as it slowly built up to become a round planet. And when the Earth once was so big that the pressure in the inner Earth was so big that it started really to warm, then water was pressed out of the rocks and out of, for example, geysers, went into the air, dropped down on the Earth, and might have actually formed our oceans. So the story of our water is not that simple. with science in hand, and with a nice laboratory on the top of a comet, closer we are to understand that maybe, just maybe, our water was always in our land. Thank you very much. And I'll just finish by telling you that this was about water on the earth.